Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Literature with Purba. In today's session, we are going to look at 9 important terms in linguistics. So the first term that we have is dialect. Dialect is a form of language which is peculiar to a specific group of people or a certain region. Now there are various dialects of the English language. So we have British English, we have American English, we have Indian English, then we have the Cockney dialect. So the Cockney dialect is like a dialect of the poor working class people in England. In the play Pygmalion by George Bernard Shaw, the character Eliza Doolittle talks in Cockney dialect. If we see British English and American English, we can see there are certain differences in pronunciation, in vocabulary, in spellings of British English and American English. One example is if we consider the word other. So in American English, we pronounce it other, whereas in British English, the pronunciation will be other. So R is silent there. The next term that we have is collocation. So collocation is a pair or group of words that occur together very frequently, such as strong tea, strong and tea, they occur together very frequently. Then strong argument, then heavy traffic, heavy drinker, deep thought. So these are some examples of collocation. So the next term that we have is homonyms, words which sound alike or spell alike, but they have different meanings. For example, train. So we have train, the engine, and train can also mean a series of thoughts, train of thoughts. Then bear can be animal, the animal bear, or it can be the verb bear. That means to accept something and endure it, bear the situation. Then we have TOO2, the number, and TOO2. Then we have WRITE, right, which means writing, and RIGHT, right, which means correct. So these are all examples of homonyms. So the next term that we have is pragmatics. Pragmatics is a field of linguistics which is concerned about what the speaker implies and what the listener understands based on various factors such as the situational context, the individual's mental states, and the dialogue that occurred before this particular conversation, the previous dialogue. So it is all about how context affects meaning. So if we suddenly listen to a conversation between two people, we might not understand the context. We have to first understand what is the situation, what is the context, and what was the previous dialogue between these two people. So context affects the meaning of every conversation, of everything. So that is all about pragmatics. The next term that we have is etymon. So etymon is a word from which a later word is derived. For example, the English word salary has been derived from the Latin word salarium. So here salarium is the etymon. Then the English word disaster, it has been derived from the French word désastre. Then the English word enchant has been derived from the French word enchanté. So here enchanté is the etymon. Related to etymon, we have etymology. So etymology is the study of the origin of words and the changes in their structure and significance. The next term is code switching. The practice of alternating between two or more languages in a conversation is called code switching. For example, when we simultaneously talk in both English and Hindi, using English and Hindi in a conversation. So that is called code switching in linguistics. The next term that we have is cognate, a word that is related in origin to another word. For example, brother in English and BRUDER, brother, in German. They are related. Then gratitude in English and GRATUD, gratitude, in French. So these are some examples of cognate. The last term that we have for today's video is back formation. Back formation is the process of forming a new word by removing the affixes from an already existing word, such as resurrect, we got the word resurrect from resurrection by removing the affix. Then we got the word diagnose from the word diagnosis. We got the word addict from the word addiction by removing the affixes. So this is called back formation in linguistics. So that's all for today's video, where we looked at 9 important terms in linguistics. I hope you found the video useful. If you found it useful, then do like it and share with all your friends. I'll be back soon with a new video. Till then, stay tuned to Learning Literature with Purba. Do visit our online academy www.learningliteratureWithPurba.com to discover online classes and courses on English literature and creative writing. Also stay connected on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching.